I want you to imagine for a minute. You walk into one of the most prestigious art galleries in the world, and as you're viewing the exhibits, the curator pulls you aside to share a secret. The artwork, they confide, is not merely a product of the artist's brush and palette, but rather it was the canvas upon which they chose to paint on that played the most crucial role in the final outcome of the painting. Similarly, when it comes to filmmaking, color grading is like that canvas. You see, it's not just about the tools you use or the camera you shoot with, but also the backdrop in which you choose to build upon that vision. And like the painter, colorists are also artists. Color grading is oftentimes thought of as a secondary process, an afterthought after the director says cut. A lot of the work that I got when I first started was simply them passing off the footage and saying, make this look good, because we had a little bit of extra money in our budget for color grading. But in actuality, color grading is a pillar of storytelling. It weaves its way into the narrative, becoming as integral as the actors themselves. For instance, think of The Matrix. The green monochrome color scheme helps bring to life this digital, otherworldly vibe throughout the entire movie. And the thing about The Matrix is that the look is iconic. Everybody knows the Matrix look for the most part, hence a signature style. On the other hand, we have films like Mad Max, where you have high color contrast and deep saturation throughout the entire film, leading into the chaotic vibe that describes the world that the movie is set in. And this worked so well that other people who are not filmmakers noticed the color scheme and felt like the movie was chaotic because of the color itself. Hence, it accomplished its mission, and again, a signature style. Just like gourmet chefs, colorists mix together ingredients to achieve a desired outcome. Every choice, every tool, every ingredient serves a purpose. Primary wheels, such as lift, gamma, gain, for example, are your foundational tools, setting the general color and the tone of the image, similar to your foundational ingredients when cooking. Qualifiers, on the other hand, are like your spices, used to enhance select parts of the image, adding depth and flavor where it is needed the most. But why bother with all of this anyway, right? Why choose between a cold and uninviting environment or a warm and inviting one? Well, that's because color grading is more than just building a look that supports the narrative. Color grading is like your toxic ex. It's emotional manipulation. We use color grading to help guide the viewer's emotion as the narrative unfolds. More specifically, manipulate that emotion. It's an art form within and of itself where a colorist starts with a blank canvas, ungraded footage, and brings together the depth, the hue, the brightness, and the saturation on a scene-by-scene basis. Color grading ensures a visual continuity that in-camera settings simply can't provide, and that is the secret glue that takes your films to the next level, making them cinematic and creating a world where your viewers actually feel under all the different set designs that you will shoot in that are vastly different from one to another. However, every film has its challenges when it comes to color grading and creating that signature look, and that is where the right tools come into play. One of the tools that has been a staple in my workflow for many years is Film Convert. Now, I know what you're thinking before you click away. Film Convert is an older plugin. It's been around since I've been in high school, but the quality of the film emulations is simply put impeccable. And I know it may seem counterintuitive in this conversation of developing a signature look that's different when you're using a plugin that everybody has access to and that only has a finite amount of results that you can get out of it. How can you create something unique with that plugin? Well, it's all about the way in which you're using those tools. I use it at the end of my node tree to process the look that I have created on this project-specific basis in a nice, clean film stock that adds depth and character that's different from anything else you can create on your own with just the Resolve tools without jumping through a lot of hoops. I work in the DaVinci wide gamut, as most of you guys know, and for me, it's as simple as using a color space transform to go from the DaVinci wide gamut into the standard sRGB input that Film Convert has, bypassing all of the camera-specific color profiles, dragging Film Convert into the next node. From there, I create one more node and go from Rec 709 Gamma 2.2, which is the output of Film Convert, back into the DaVinci wide gamut, using the display reference transform to properly take me back into the DaVinci wide gamut. Using my knowledge of color grading and taking it a step further with the tools that are available to me, such as Color Space Transform and Film Convert, has really allowed me to create some unique images that feel like they were filmed in a different time because they have very heavy film characteristics. And by using Film Convert, it allows me to bring just this depth and richness into the image that makes it a little more cinematic and brings a more connected vibe with the viewer. If you'd like to give Film Convert a try, check out the links in the description down below, which will offer 20% off of Film Convert and 20% off of Cinematch. Creating a signature look is less about following a set template and more about utilizing the tools at hand effectively and daring to make bold choices that resonate with the narrative. That's all for today, folks. If you're ever feeling uninspired, uncreative, or just want to give up on life, remember, every day, airplanes take off against the wind. Keep climbing, stay inspired, stay fabulous. My name is Sydney. I'll see you beautiful people next time. Peace out.